and I welcome you to this new semester in a very new mode that we are planning to start our teaching learning process. As you understand, in the current situation, most of the teaching learning in the current semester is going to be delivered in the online mode. And I also hope that by now you would have done your course registration and you would have deposited your fees. I received some call from some students regarding the course registration process. So the list of courses which are on offer for the current semester is available in our departmental webpage under the news and notifications tab. So on the home page itself, you will see the news and notifications if you scroll down, and there we have the list of courses. Before, let me just show you the details. So you see the news and notifications here in our departmental page, and here you have the list of offered courses which we are, you can download the list here. So this is the list of courses which are on offer. For the MA MCJ third semester students, you have to choose between two electives that we are offering, which is MC 546 television program production and MC 547 folk and community media. As you are planning to choose between these two courses, I just want to provide you with a brief outline of these two programs. So television program production, as you understand, is a course which tries to teach you the different genres of television production. Like there can be fiction, there can be news production, there can be live production, music videos. It can be any mode of visual production. So this particular course tries to introduce you to all of these different genres of video production, and the course is being taken up by Dr. Manoj Deori. So Manoj sir obviously will provide you with the detail of what is there in that course. The other course that you have as an elective is MC 547, which is folk and community media, and I will be offering this elective paper. This paper, though in an online mode, but in case you are coming back to the campus as well, is a course which is similar to another course which we teach for the MSc 4D students under the same title, folk and community media. Most of the teaching learning process will be combined for MA MCJ as well as MSc 4D students. Now this particular paper tries to introduce you to different folk and community media formats like street theater, like forum theater, theater of the oppressed, and puppetry. It also introduces you to the theoretical framework in terms of why do we need to still have some emphasis on folk and community media when we are surviving in a digital era. What sort of role do these different forms of communication play in our lives, and how they still are a very significant means of communication, not only for a multicultural, multi-ethnic society like India, but in various other parts of the world. So this course tries to introduce you to these sort of ideas. Now, as you see from both of these courses, they are very practical intensive courses. And it is very difficult to teach a form of street theater or puppetry online, or it's very difficult to teach even television production online. So what we will basically try to do is teach you the theoretical components online and look forward to having you back here on campus sometime during the semester. If you look at the academic calendar, there is a scope, or there is a hope, I would say rather, to have students back on campus during the month of November. So if you are here on campus in November, then we would have only practical classes and there won't be any theoretical classes. So we would try and complete all the theoretical components through the online mode, and as you return to campus, we will have the practical, all the practical teaching would happen once you return to campus. The other option that the university has arrived at is that in this particular semester, if God forbid you are not able to return to campus at all, we understand that it is practically impossible to teach the practical components online. The learning is obviously going to be compromised. Under such circumstances, if we see that we have not been able to deliver the learning appropriately, so for the practical intensive courses, you would be awarded an X grade, and this X grade you will continue to carry forward till the time you are able to return to campus and complete the learning of these components, the practical components of the papers. Your other evaluation for the paper will be completed, the theoretical evaluation will be completed, but the practical component, once we see that the teaching learning has not been done, so you will get a X grade for that, and it will be there with you till the time you are able to return to campus and fully learn the practical components. So what you need to do as far as these two electives is make a judicious choice with regard to your area of interest, what you want to learn, and in terms of your skills and expertise that you have. But we have to understand one thing, and you also have to realize this, that both of these practical courses are also resource intensive. Like, as for example, when we look at the television program production, and if you are returning to campus, there, and if we have a huge number of students for television program production, in that case, it is going to tax the resources that we have in the department. You would have very little time to learn, and there would be a shortage of equipment. Similarly, for the folk and community media, it is the practical components requires a lot of engagement, a lot of involvement from the students concerned. So there is some sort of restriction in terms of completing the practical components within a very short period of time. So make your decision based on all of these considerations when you are selecting your electives for the third semester in MA MCG. For the C4D students, there are no electives, and again, more so for the MA in Communication for Development students, you will see that this is the semester which is entirely dependent on your field-based learnings. This is the semester that you are supposed to spend in the field, and each and every learning that you gather from the field is supposed to be integrated into the theoretical learning that you get in the department. So it's a constant combination between practice and theory that you have to take up for during the third semester of MA in Communication for Development. And we are really worried as to how we are going to give you that field experience of Communication for Development. Your campaign planning paper, your folk and community media paper, your new media paper, your NGO participation and management paper, everything requires you to experience things firsthand. And given the restrictions of movement, I'm assuming that it won't be possible for you to even move around in your hometown, wherever you are located right now. Otherwise, we could have explored that possibility as well. With so much of restriction on movement, with so much of restriction on face-to-face communication and interaction, community-based interactions, we are really worried as to how we will be able to do justice to the practical components of all of these papers. We are trying to explore possibilities of associating your learning process with certain live projects with certain organizations or institutions. We are still exploring the possibility. And if we are able to arrive at a solution for that, if we are able to identify certain organizations and institutions who would be willing to create that space to accommodate you and your learning processes under the courses that you are taking up during this particular semester into their existing practices and their the fold of their work, then we will try and see how far we can integrate it. And that will that way we hope that we will be able to give you a semblance of practical experience. So we are still exploring. We would communicate with you with regards to that as we progress throughout the semester. And for the teaching learning process, I would suggest that you go through the details. Again, I'll just show you the details which are available. If you see here, there are the guidelines. You have the guidelines on online assessment for the current semester. You have the modalities of assessment during the current semester. So please go through these guidelines, which will tell you the basic framework through which your teaching learning process will be carried forward during the current semester. So there is going to be a timetable. I will share the timetable with all of you, and we will create opportunities for you to either attend the lectures live or also the recorded videos. So videos will be uploaded by respective faculty following the specific timetable. So students who have better access to network can probably also attend the live classes, though the scope for interactivity might be limited during those live classes. There will be tutorial classes which will be held live for taking feedback from students, trying to know as to whether you have been able to understand what has been taught during the lecture videos. But otherwise, you will get lecture videos following the timetable. So if there is a class at 9:30, so you will have one particular video of that particular course at 9:30 in the morning. So it's up to you. You want to listen to that video at that time itself. You can talk to the faculty regarding any clarification. The faculty will be communicating with you through Google Classrooms, their respective Google Classrooms. So for every course, you are going to have a separate Google Classroom where you can interact with your faculty, and regular lecture videos will be posted at regular time intervals during the day. So it is expected that you are on daily classes. You are accessing the videos on a daily basis, so that whenever we have the live sessions or whenever we are looking for your feedback, we want to know from you, then you are able to tell us about your learning, whether you are facing any difficulties, so that we can address those difficulties and then plan accordingly. So this is just a brief which I wanted to share with you for the current semester. And one thing which I would want to highlight very specifically on behalf of all my colleagues is that this is a new experience for us. I understand it's also a new experience for you. We have never taught like this in our entire career. And you probably also have never been taught in this manner. You have not attended classes like this ever in your career. And when you took admission, you did not expect that things are going to happen in this manner. We never expected in our entire life that we are going to go through a process like this. So this is a new situation. We are learning, we are evolving, and I'm hoping that's the same for you. So there, we will have to move back and forth. It will be a continuous process of moving back and forth. We have to learn, we have to evolve. And during this process, as a department, we would look forward to support and cooperation from students. all of us, we understand that this is not normal. The situation is not normal, and hence the delivery reception cannot be normative. It requires exceptional efforts from our side, and it would also require exceptional efforts from your side. We have an open mind. We want to support students. We want to provide you with the best learning experience that is possible under the current circumstances. Even in saying that, we understand that we have certain limitations. We are operating within those limitations and also trying to overcome those limitations to the best of our capacities. And we would want an open dialogue, an open discussion from you with regard to how we can improve this process. As we understand your hardships with regard to network connectivity and time, availability of time, resources, we are also facing similar problems at our end. So let us understand, let us believe that all the stakeholders, the university administration, the department, the students, all of us, we want to have the best possible teaching learning experience that is possible under the current circumstances. Tezpur University has been trying a lot. We are one of the universities which have been able to continue the teaching learning process very much maintaining the schedule. We have been very close to our normal schedule. And as such, we are hoping that we are not going to put our students at a disadvantageous position in any manner. So this situation requires that all of us support each other in our efforts. And that is what I would look forward from all of you. All of us, we can be critical of things if we want to, but we can also be constructive. So I would want you to come forward with constructive criticism if you have any. Tell us and we will try to improve. Let us walk together in this journey, and I'm sure we will be able to move as close to our goal as it is possible within the given circumstances. So I welcome you all to this current semester. Let us see how we can do it in the best possible manner. If you have any suggestion with regard to teaching, learning of the practical components, please feel free to write to me at the Gmail ID which I have provided to all of you, which is hodmcjtu@gmail.com. And I will try to address that. From time to time, I would also be interacting with you through live classes just to understand whether things are going in the right direction or not. As head, apart from my regular classes, which I would have with you, so that we are all of us, we are on track, we know we are on the same platform, we know how things are going forward. So with these words, I welcome you again to this semester, autumn semester 2020, and let us have a very positive teaching learning experience. Thank you.